I have trouble suspending my disbelief when watching Footloose, the musical. It turns almost surreal at times as the irrational cruelties pile up on poor Ren McCormick, newly arrived in little backwards Beaumont from big hip Chicago. His life is a nightmare, an adolescent paranoid fantasy, until the nightmare turns into a blissful dream and the hottest girl in the high school, the bad girl preacher's daughter who really just wants to read books and escape from this repressive place, connects with him. The musical, adapted by Dean Pitchford and Walter Bobby from Pitchford's screenplay for a modestly successful 1984 movie starring Kevin Bacon, had a modestly successful Broadway run with a score by Tom Snow and Pitchford's lyrics. But both movie and musical continue, surprisingly, to appeal to a modest but sizable crowd, mostly, I think, younger people. Certainly it does not appeal to this older person. I have trouble swallowing not just the paranoid fantasy part, but the basic premise that a preacher would suddenly find dancing immoral when 4 young people die in a car crash returning from a dance, and that he could take a whole town with him to outlaw dancing. I've known plenty of preachers who disapprove of dancing, but they've considered it sinful always and in and of itself. They don't suddenly find it immoral when it's connected to something else. And how does the daughter of the preacher who has imposed this ban get by with her wild behavior without being grounded for at least 25 years? KTK Productions doesn't make me suspend my disbelief with its current production, but they've made a lively entertainment by keeping it simple and keeping it moving. The spare scenery provides just enough information to keep us located. Director Dan Horst has his cast focus on playing with pace and with conviction. Lauren Ott's choreography finds interest in moves her dancers can handle. Rachel Neuner brings obvious ability and experience to Ariel, the rebellious preacher's daughter. As Ren, new kid from Chicago, Nathan Molina explores their growing relationship. He sings well, but he needs more range in developing the character. Christopher Strahan brings sympathy and humor to his awkward buddy Willard, and Sarah Polizzi sparkles as the girl who finally gets Willard to commit. Nick Samaku shows how to sell a song with his Cowboy Bob number at the Country and Western Dance Hall. With limited singing and acting skills, Doug Landholt does manage to convey the troubled soul of the minister. Joan Landholt is sympathetic as his wife, as is Jackie Smith as Ren's mother. Robbie Haupt gets mean as Ariel's possessive, abusive boyfriend. Kim Vandenberg as Principal Clark and Steve Clayton as Coach Dunbar make Ren's school days miserable. Music director Joe Shane's singers, both soloists and chorus, sound good with the recorded soundtrack. Lights are by Chris O'Donovan, sound by Joe Moore, and costumes by Marie Moore and the cast. Even Footloose has layers this production doesn't reach, but the production does have the energy and pace to entertain.
Yes, we feel pretty much the same way about this one.
Yeah. Let's hear some of this music. Some of it's okay, yeah.